So you know how on this channel, we talk a lot about outbound. We talk a lot about list building. We talk a lot about finding the right contacts at those companies. And we talk a lot about how to reach out to them on LinkedIn and email. But one thing that we haven't talked about on this channel that I would like to talk about is reaching out to your inbound leads. So one of the best lead sources is actually your website, right? People who are getting to your website, they are like customers who are coming into your front door. If you had a shop, rather than talking to them, what you're doing is going out of your shop and trying to talk outbound to strangers while you're ignoring all the people who come inbound. The problem is the people who come on your website, not all of them are obviously filling out your information. Latest research shows that only 1.7% of the people who visit your website end up filling a form or taking some kind of action. So that means 98.3% just leave, right? Our website gets about 11,000 visitors every month. It was just a waste of, resource to see that we've spent so much money on SEO ads to get these people to our website and then they're just jumping off without doing anything. So that's when I came across this whole category of tools called website visitor identification tools. So what these tools are able to do is that they're able to tell you exactly who it is who visited your website and what page they went on. For me, it was like a light bulb moment and said, okay, this is amazing, right? Now I can tell that, hey, these people visited my website. So I can just directly reach out to them and try to start a conversation. That is a technique that we developed and we started doing manually. But then we figured out a way to completely automate all of this and reach out to those visitors on both LinkedIn and email in a completely automated way without needing a salesperson in the middle. In this video, I'll break down that exact process and show you how you can implement it too. For this video, you'll need three things to be there. First is RB2B, which is the world's best visitor de-anonymization tool at a budget. I love this tool. The other thing you'll need is Zapier. So as soon as RB2B identifies somebody visiting your website, you want to automatically enroll them into an automated outreach sequence. Third thing you need is obviously SalesRobot, right? So that you can just start sending them messages on LinkedIn and email and try to get a response from them. Perfect. So let me show you how it works. So what you need to do once you log into RB2B, and they've got a very generous free trial, is that they actually show you how to integrate. So what you can do is just take this script. Yeah, you can view the script, and then using the script, you can just copy it and paste into the head tag of your website, or you can send it to your developer if your developer is managing the website, and then they can just, do this. Once you do this, you'll start seeing the people who are visiting your website and what pages they're visiting. So I can see that, this person, Troy, he is seen on a hot page, and I can see all the details, right? Like this is his email ID. He visited one of our competitors' review that we wrote, and we can see all the details, like how big is the company, what is the website, what do they do, right? So this becomes a hot lead for me. Now I can do all of this manually, right? Like if I have all the details and I know that this person visited, I can just, go ahead and try to reach out to them directly via email or LinkedIn. But that's manual and that's very time taking. If I'm getting only 1 or 2 visitors per day, then that's fine. I can do it. But we get, like I said, close to 11,000 visitors a month, right? So we obviously don't have time to do all of this manually. So that's where automation comes in. Perfect. So what you need to do from here is just automate, reach out to all of these people and then try to get a response from them. So let's show you how to do that. So for that, you need to go to Zapier and use this workflow that we've created. So it's a 5-step workflow, actually 6-step, and I'll show you what these steps are. So step number 1 is catch hook in webhooks by Zapier. So what RB2B does is that it actually gives you an endpoint to send responses to. So what you can do is go to RB2B here, go to integrations and set up a webhook integration, right? So here you can see this is the webhook integration. So we've given it a URL and it's sending all the profiles directly into the webhook. Once we catch it, then we use something like Clay. So what do we need Clay for? I think this is a bit extra, but I'll tell you what Clay does here. I will not show you the exact details, but some of the profiles here that RB2B sends us, they might have only a LinkedIn account or only an email account. We need both LinkedIn and email. Like Troy here, he doesn't have a LinkedIn, but Jessica does. But Troy does have an email. So we have some intelligence inside of Clay that's able to take this email ID and his first name, last name, and company name and figure out his LinkedIn URL, right? So that's how Clay works. So once we have all of this together, by the end of step 4, we have all the data we need. We have their LinkedIn ID, we have their email ID, and we delay it a little bit because Clay takes some time to enrich it. But by the end of step 4, we have both the data points, their email, their LinkedIn, and their name. So here we run some code, and then we branch out into 5 different paths. So what are these paths? So we basically have 5 inbound SDRs. These are like 5 sales reps who are tasked with booking meetings from all the people who are coming into our funnel. So what we do is we just roll a dice, right, using this code. So basically, I'll tell you what this does is that it randomly selects 1 out of 5 people to send the lead to. And from here, you do an integration with SalesRobot. And then if the value, for example, matches 1, it's a dice roll, 5-sided dice roll. You might not have seen it. Usually they're 6-sided, but this is a 5-sided dice roll. If this happens, then it just sends that lead into, a SalesRobot campaign. So this is the URL. What you need to do is go into SalesRobot, set up, your URL, and send that lead into SalesRobot. So SalesRobot has automated workflows where you can just enroll them into a campaign just if you know their email ID and LinkedIn. So let me show you our RB2B SDR accounts. So here we see that there are actually 7, but 5 are active. So let me show you an example. Let's say Lisa here. Lisa is one of our SDRs who's reaching out to people on behalf of SalesRobot, those who are visiting our site. And let me show you what that campaign looks like. So this is the campaign, right? As soon as somebody comes into RB2B, we want to reach out to them, right? This is the latest campaign that we're running. So if you look at the campaign itself, this is what it looks like. So you send a connection request and that's blank. The best is to never add anything. Then in the second step, we send them an email saying, just looking, hi first name, notice you visited our website, just looking, or do you want to evaluate SalesRobot? So we're basically qualifying them and saying, hey, are you just browsing, or do you want to do something with SalesRobot? So we're asking them to qualify themselves. And then here, what we're saying the same thing, but on LinkedIn, right? If connection request is accepted. Now here, we're talking about why people should trust us. Like we've been around for over 4 years. And we have over 300 users and we have a rating of 4.8 out of 5 on G2. Would you have the bandwidth to look at how we can help you? So we're just asking them to, reply to us. And then finally, we're doing the same thing on email. And then we're also doing it on LinkedIn. So here we're personalizing further and just trying to see if we can, get a response from them using a personalized image. So I'll show you what that actually looks like on the receiving end, because I visited our website and these people reached out to me as well because it was an automated sequence. So this is what it looks like, notice you visited our website. Do you want to evaluate? And then finally, it also personalizes my name, from my profile and push it on the coffee cup. So it's a very, very personal pitch. So you can see that it really works, right? Because we end up getting a ton of responses to it. So if you go to our inbox and filter by all the people who are replying back, like we've already generated about $2,000 per month in pipeline just from reaching out to people who visit our website, right? And we are just paying RB2B like $179 a month, and we're paying Zapier $49 a month. So it's already ROI positive. You'll get some good leads and then you'll get some bad leads, but overall, you'll get leads, right, that you would have missed out on because only 1.7% of them are going to fill your form or sign up to a free trial, right? To recap, it's a very, very good strategy to target people who you already know. Like if you look at our overall stats on RB2B, we've only been doing it for about a month and we've had a very successful month with it. You can see the overall stats. We've reached out to 326 people. We've got 66 new connections from people who visited our website. We've got 32 new replies. Some of these are leads. I think about half of them are leads. And then we've got some replies on the email side as well. So it's a very, very good, way to, reach out to people and just have a conversation with them. You don't need to do any kind of outbound. These are people already on your funnel. They're familiar with your brand and they're much more likely to want to talk to you, if not convert into paying customers. So that's it from me in this video. Subscribe to us. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps us out a lot. So thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.